Why, hello there, my name's DepthCharge2030, and today is day 23 of StormWatch Month. What is StormWatch Month? Well, StormWatch Month is basically me for the entire month of May, just talking about all things Stormwatch. And today we're talking about Stormwatch, A Finer World. Mind the glare, I've got the light on in the corner because it's kind of too dark, and it's still kind of too dark, so yeah. So yeah, in this trade, it's notable because it introduces the characters Apollo and Midnighter, who become like a mainstay of the Authority. If you've read the Authority, uh, I'm not going to be talking about the Authority during Stormwatch Month because it's strictly Stormwatch, only Stormwatch. So yeah, let's just jump right in, talk about it. The trade consists of Stormwatch Volume 2, issues 4 to 9, and it contains two story arcs. The first one revolving around Stormwatch Zero, which is kind of like the Black Ops Stormwatch that Henry Bendix had on the side, where basically Apollo and Midnighter were kind of the only survivors. And so for like a good number of years, they've been on like out hiding, doing their own to like save the world, do their best, and do their part. Because this is what they were meant to do. They were brought in by Henry Bendix, and they were like supposed to be like this all-around good guy team, but most of their team members they died on their first mission. So Apollo and Midnighter, they're the last guys. They're like their analog of Superman and Batman, and they're the only ones left. So, and at the same time, turns out Christine, Synergy, she's been going around digging through Bendix's own personal stuff, and she's like, "Oh wait, there's this other team that Bendix has had going on, and yeah, we should go bring these two in, yeah, because we're Stormwatch, yeah, we hate Bendix, yeah, yeah." And then at the same time, I find it kind of funny how Winter is kind of like he's the field leader, and yet he's like, "Huh, my my wardrobe is very my wardrobe's dumb." And then he like puts in a request that, well, he just wants a new costume. Thankfully though, thankfully, thankfully, our good friend Jackson King, he comes through, and they all get new costumes. And at the same time, Hellstrike and Fahrenheit turns out they're kind of a thing now. So yeah, it's kind of awkward. And then the rest of the issue is the rest of the story arc is just Battalion bringing them in, being like, hey, I need you guys. You guys can make a real difference if you let me help you, point you in the right direction. And yeah, so Apollo, Midnighter, they break into a U.S. facility where they basically take the engineer, this one of the changers from the last trade, the last volume of Stormwatch. He died, but he left this thing called the Garden, the Nevada Garden, which can like grow anything out of nothing. So they break in, they take that, they give it the Stormwatch, and then it's very interesting because the two characters they just kind of cry about it. It's like them finally doing what they were meant to do. So Midnighter, he's like crying. Apollo, he just hugs Synergy, he's like, thank you. And then they all celebrate. And then they kind of go their own separate ways. And then the next story arc is something called The Bleed, where it's like another universe called The Bleed, like it's another universe outside of their universe. And so they're kind of peering into that and just turn in the other universe. Jack Hawksmoor is currently the leader of Stormwatch. And so he's kind of running things with like more superheroes than the current Stormwatch is doing right now. He's got like 5 teams all filled with 4 people, and he's just managing Stormwatch more efficiently, effectively. But currently going on is like because so much of our reality, they're just like being like, hey, this is weird. How come these people are doing this, but in our world we're doing this? Because it turns out in the Bleed universe, they don't know about the aliens and how Zealot and like, you know, Mr. Majestic, they don't realize that, hey, they're aliens, and in that reality, they are the ones who kidnapped Jack Hawksmoor and replace his organs with, like, alien tech. And so that's kind of just crazy, right? Yeah. And so they don't realize it, but when they ask Zealot for help in the Bleed universe to fend off the, like, incoming invasion of the aliens, because I forget what they're called, the Caribbean, I can't remember, but Zealot's just like, no, I don't want to help you, go away, I'm Zealot, So yeah. Sorry about that, I really hate interruptions, but continuing on, so Jack Hawksmoor, he's on edge, like the other Jack Hawksmoor, not current one that is stuck in cities. This one is currently getting all of his organs taken out and replaced with human ones because, he doesn't want to be their puppet anymore. So he's, like, got his own personal vendetta against the aliens, so he's like, we're going to kill them, And so, Jackson, King, Weatherman, he just sits down. The only thing he wants to do, really, is just, like, he's like, hey, we don't exactly have anything we can do to help them, even though Winter's being like, we can help them, we can go over and help them, we know things they don't know, and he's like, yes, we know things, and he just sends them saying, hey, Zealot's an alien, have fun with that. So, Jack Hawksmoor of the Bleed universe is just like, Zealot, and then he just has Fahrenheit burn her to a crisp, Hellstrike and Apollo of the Bleed universe die trying to destroy the ship, and then they kind of just, because the ship is basically here to pick up Zealot and leave, Jack Hawksmoor just takes over, kicks Zealot, kills her, and takes his Stormwatch team and kind of just goes up to face the aliens himself. Aliens, man. And then, basically, that's pretty much the end of the trade with the Christine Trelane synergy of that world is just saying, hey, they did a good job, I've got kids. It's like that. And so, yeah, it's pretty much the end of the trade. What did I think about it? It's more or less just setting up the foundation of the Authority. That's what I think. It's not really... It's more focusing around elements and people who are, like, not fully a part of Stormwatch. Like, it's not focusing around Fuji, Fahrenheit, and, like, even Jackson King, the Weatherman. It's focusing on, like, Apollo, Midnighter, the even idea of the Bleed, which is, it's really just Warren Ellis setting up the foundation of the Authority. So, it is kind of like, it's kind of like, I really want more Stormwatch, But, I like Jack Hawksmoor. He's cool. You really get to see, like, what Jack Hawksmoor can be in this issue, and what in this trade. I don't know why I say issue instead of trade. It's weird. But, yeah. The art was good. I really enjoyed the art. And the storytelling, though, it is Warren Ellis. He's a master at his craft. Gotta give it to the man. And so, my name is Depth Charge 2030. Today was day 23 of Stormwatch Month, and I'll see you all tomorrow for day 24. See ya.